So, I did some grinding, and now my characters are all max level in all but one of their roles. Grinding the remaining role would take too flipping long. So what we're going to do today, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find a chocobo. Where's the nearest chocobo? First thing we're going to do is finish the Titan's Trials, which I hope won't take very long. Then I'm going to fight one of these guys to show you what it's like when you can actually beat him. I'm not using an optimal strategy, but I'm using the one that was easiest for me to go for. And then we're going to upgrade them, because this fellow is the 3rd tier of 5. And I hope that we're going to unlock the 4th tier. And maybe the 5th. I don't know if I'll be able to beat either the 4th or the 5th tier, but I want to see them in action. Where are you going, Lightning? And if we still have time left after that, I do need to get an early night, but if we still have time left after that, then I might see about having another crack at the Gigantor. For future reference, it is this hunt that will upgrade the tortoises. So I'll come back and do that. But first, there we go. Camera, what are you doing? Why was the camera so twitchy through there? I don't know. Don't ditch me down here, you wretched bird. Oh, it didn't. So, it's scripted to ditch you if you jump up to this ledge. The ditching cutscene plays back down in the middle of the area, and then it actually leaves you at the top of the ledge. Of course, video game, why not? So the first thing we have to do is do a bunch of stuff we've done before. Because I have one more, like, root boss to do, which is the Neochew, which I didn't manage to beat last time.
Change of plan.
So one thing you'll have noticed I've done is I have switched to paradigms that are mostly single roll. Reason for this is very simple. When all your characters have high level in the same role and they're all active at once, the bonuses combine. So normally, and with the exception of the weird commando AI for when there's more than one commando, this gives you a much more focused build. It's not always the case, and that fight will continue to be a pain in the arse. Wait, which way am I going? Not that way, down. Right, where are these doggos? Let's prepare to get poisoned a lot. One thing that has definitely changed with being higher level is that I interrupt things much more easily. Which means my enemies cast less spells, they breathe on me less. And overall, a better time is had. Still not getting many stars for that fight though. Oh, apparently I am. Right, now brace for a gremlin that summons annoying shit. What did this summon last time? I can't even remember. It was bad. Oh, maybe it was Magicetherian. Might have been that.
It'll be okay. Not a problem. Keep it together. Thank you.
What are you going to summon? It's going to be big, whatever it is. Oh, a dreadnought, that's right.
Keep a cool head.
Let's spread some debuffs around. Don't start attacking the Juggernaut. Oh, it's the last thing left. Okay, do start attacking the Juggernaut then. I probably don't need all these statuses, but what the heck. There we go. Somehow worth half the XP of the previous mission. What's down this way? Go. They're not worth fighting. And I think I want this stone. Yes. 3 tonberries. I wonder if the probably hundreds of millions of damage that I've dealt. I should kill this Ochu.
Thanks. Here we go.
I gotta do everything? Not a problem.
More buffs.
Hey, you.
Wide open.
It's not immune to everything. There we go.
New strategy.
Oh no, I'm hitting the wrong thing. There we go. I really didn't need to do all that buffing up. Right, where are the actual dudes? They are in this direction. No. Nodes become extremely expensive at this stage. Every node there except the roll levels is worth 60k, and the roll levels are 120. Maxing the Crystarium is a fool's errand. Casually surprises the Tombreys without a Deceptisol, I guess. This is not the way you're supposed to do this.
Wide open.
God, they de-stagger so slowly, what the hell? So I don't think this is happening fast enough, and I'm starting to get a bit worried. I think there's 2 more tiers after Brooding Grudge. There's Imminent Grudge. Grudge must be next. Okay, made it. Good. Oh, Tombury figurine. They sell for a bit, if memory serves. Is this the Neo-Tube mission? Yep. Let's see how this goes this time. So one thing that's different this time is that I've got, like, 40% reduction on earth damage, which the Neo-Tube's main main attack is. And obviously I've got a hell of a lot more HP, strength, magic, more abilities, more roll levels.
Keep it together. Thanks. It'll be okay. Keep it together.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks. Let's make this easy.
Right, now let's see. Oh. Forgot what its screech was like. But hey, I got to keep some of my buffs.
It'll be okay. Keep it together. Thanks.
More buffs, please.
Don't back
It'll be
down.
okay. Keep a cool head. Eat this.
We're still going to be pecking away at this for a long time.
New strategy.
Means that probably there's a pollen coming up, so what I should do in the meantime is pile on the pressure a bit.
You asked for it.
Ah, dang it, it's not going to go off in time. Shit.
Don't sweat it.
Keep a cool head. Keep it together. Thank you.
More statuses.
Don't sweat it.
God damn. I bungled all of that.
Don't sweat it.
The thing to do here is to get as many statuses on as possible. In the hopes of then removing these as quickly as possible.
Hello.
Hey, Colleen, how you doing?
Good, I just got up.
I envy you. I got up way too early this morning, having had way too little sleep, and I felt like death all day.
Don't back
I had trouble sleeping, so I ended up staying up all night playing FF12,
Fair enough.
and eventually played through a part of the forest.
Oh, I saw you tweeting
in
about
my
that actually,
sleep.
yeah.
Yeah. I killed that moss dragon thing, and it's like, oh.
You asked for it. Thanks. New strategy. You're mine.
comes the screech. This is going to be unpleasant. Oh shit. Very unpleasant.
Thank you.
And that means Pollen is next, which is going to suck.
Here. You asked for it.
Yep.
It'll be okay. Make this easy.
Keep a cool head.
Fang's on critical health despite having, for a little while there, like... Let's see how quickly we can take out these Pikachus. It's not really the quickest thing on Earth. Uh-oh. Oh, God.
Steady now.
The Screech followed by Pollen combo sucks so much, and I hate it.
Here. Thank you. Thanks.
Keep it together.
Don't give up.
It'll be okay. Keep it together.
Don't sweat it.
It'll be okay. Keep it together.
Don't.
Let's make this easy. It'll be okay.
Oh, one of them died. Jolly good.
Thanks.
No, not that one. The other one is at like... One of these was at half health. Oh shit, I died as well.
No.
What's the way to deal with the Screech? Let's try this. trying to get a cheese strat.
It'll be okay.
Not a problem. Appreciate it. I gotta do everything. Appreciate it.
Change of plan.
Time for another approach. Not a problem.
And now I want to go into...
Time to end it. Thanks. Keep the enemy off balance.
This'll be fun.
Change of plan.
This'll be fun.
Time for another approach. It'll be okay. Time to end it. Time to end it.
So eventually one of these attacks ought to get me an instant, like, chain to 888. Because I synthesized a cheesy ability.
I gotta do everything.
Time for another approach.
When did the fucker's chain drop? How did that happen?
It'll be okay.
There it was! I switched to the wrong paradigm, never mind.
Keep the enemy off balance.
How much damage can my party do to this guy at full chain? I forget, of course, that these things can be launched. That's glorious. This is the most entertaining thing I've done all game. There we go, and it's worth 100,000 CP, which isn't bad. What's the hunter's friend?
It kind of reminds me, I now have 2 of the golden amulets, I think they're called.
Oh, for LP.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, for LP. So like I have almost everything I want
Jolly
at this
good.
point. Also, I never take Ash outside of the party leader, so like she's like level 40, and the others are like 35.
I know that problem.
Well, I mean, it makes sense for her to be the strongest. Because
Yeah.
she's pretty much, I mean, she is like like it's never felt more like this character's the real protagonist. Like
She is. Absolutely.
like Vaughn definitely feels like the kind of like sidekick kid character.
hmm
Basically, he actually reminds me a lot of Hope.
Yeah, there's definitely a parallel there. Although Hope has much more of a detailed and specific arc.
Yeah. Also, Vaughn gets kind of over his revenge stuff pretty quickly.
He does, but it sticks with him. Like he doesn't ever abandon his animosity towards the Empire. Because like hatred for an individual person is a very different thing to hatred for something like the Arcadian Empire. Right,
I guess you have a point.
Hello.
Hello, Sam. How are you?
Hello, Sam.
Doing well? Yourselves?
I am extremely tired and stressed, so I'm playing a video game to chill out.
Oh boy.
And I just got up.
I have no idea whether you're late or early, so...
For Pennsylvania, that would still be a bit on the late side.
I have no idea where Colleen is, so I guess...
It's U.S. Eastern, yeah, so it's 2 here.
Had to do a bunch of time zone maths for a time zone I've never visited before today, so I'm completely uncalibrated. For Copenhagen, I've never been GMT -2.
Have I been GMT -2?
I have actually never left my time zone.
Thanks.
Anytime I've had to travel any long distance, it's been north or south.
Ah. No, I've done GMT -1 for Europe and +5 for New York, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I think it's the other way around, isn't it? It's plus for going forward and minus for going back.
Whichever way it is, I don't know these things. They confuse me.
You asked for it.
You just missed me juggling Neochew, by the way.
Oh,
It was glorious. I used a cheese strat.
I have been in +2 Eastern European time
Yes.
because I've been to Egypt.
Huh. Yeah, that'd be about right.
Not much around Europe though.
Nope. I've done -1 for Belgium and Germany, or +1, whichever way it is.
Yeah, I've done the +1 for like.
Actually, France is
Spain.
mostly -1, isn't it?
Yes, France is +1.
Thank you.
Never been to France.
Really?
No.
Dang.
Been to Germany. Well, I used to live in Germany
Did you?
when I was a baby.
Ah, okay.
Change of plan.
I have actually been to Germany on a trip. I've been to Spain and Malta.
I've done. I've only done France, Germany, and Belgium, and New York.
Ah.
Um,
I have done New York.
that was the last time I flew, actually. All of 14 years ago, nearly 14 years ago.
Oh, the last time I flew was about 2.5 years ago, and that was to Glasgow.
I'm trying to tell myself that it's not a big deal, but like, airport security terrifies me. I'll be fine once I'm through security and I know that I'm getting on the flight.
Yeah.
But security's a worrying prospect.
It's yeah.
I just walked straight up to this guy from the front and it didn't see me coming. What the hell? That's the wrong paradigm. I haven't fixed my paradigms. That was a mess. Let me fix my dang paradigms. Rapid growth. Come around, frav. That just leaves med, send med. Bum ba bum ba bum. I can't even remember what's on this route. I remember the corrosive custards. Final Fantasy has produced some weird traditions over the years. Flan names being one of them. Right. Cast all the buffs.
Keep it together.
Don't sweat it. New strategy.
It'll be okay.
Let's make this easy. Shield. Feeling nervous?
Very high HP value.
Yep, that's because I'm really quite close to maxing out my crystariums. Well, I say quite close, let's see. It's of the order of a couple of million XP remaining.
Only a couple of million.
Well, it's now XP is now available in units of 80,000 a time.
Alright.
Provided I'm prepared to farm more tortoises, which takes a while.
Don't back down.
There's still two flans in this fight. Where's the other one gone?
Behind you?
Maybe. Maybe there isn't. Oh no, there aren't. The other one just died at some point, and I didn't even notice. Fine.
Wow, yeah.
Fang must have killed it while I was in one of the multi-commando paradigms. It was the weakest of the three.
Huh. Oh, only 4 stars.
Yep. And now we come to the new mission. The final boss of the Fault Lawrence. Atticus, the Undying. The souped up Vladislaus. This guy, I assume, is going to fuck me up. But when you win, you get the Genji glove and you can break the damage cap and do up to 1,000,000 damage in a hit.
I keep forgetting about Atticus because, and it catches me a little off guard because that's my dog's name.
Don't give me this natural order bullshit. Wait a second, that's a behemoth. Here's Atticus. Wow, he can't even one-shot behemoths. Can't be that worrying then.
A mindless foe of life itself.
Does just pick him up with a sword though.
Mm-hmm.
We can win if we stay focused.
What's to know? It's not immune to all statuses, and it's, I suppose it's halved physical and resistant to magic, but no elemental resistances. And it has 9 million HP. It's not doing a lot of damage though,
That's good.
relative to my absurd health totals. It is attacking a lot.
New strategy. You asked for it.
No stagger point.
No stagger point.
Yeah, it staggers at 999,999, so
Keep a cool head.
So the bar filling is just kind of...
well, you still get the buffs, like you still get the damage boost from it.
Okay.
And I'm doing 5-figure damage numbers, so that's okay. I'm sure we haven't seen anything like the worst this guy can do. He'll have phases.
Hmm.
How much is that? It's about 500,000 damage. Yeah, we're going to be here for a while. Provided I can keep his chain going up, it should be okay. Oh shit, that's a bit worrying.
Seems to be doing some alright damage.
Nah, it's just 'cause I'm not healing intensively enough. Like I'm being sluggish on my healing. Also, because like all my buffs dropped at about the time he launched that set of attacks.
Let's do that. That would happen.
Yep.
Don't sweat it.
There's probably some sort of monumental cheese that you can do that I just haven't spotted. Oh, Unrelenting Blade. No, still the wrong paradigm.
Steady now.
That's a bigger sword.
It is a bigger sword. But I've done almost a fifth of his health.
What if he gets a bigger sword?
That is a concern. Please don't let this chain have dropped. His chain hasn't dropped, thank God for that. I assume he's going to be a bit of a Gilgamesh in that respect.
Is Gilgamesh even in this game?
No!
Oh, he's in the sequel, isn't he?
Yes, he's DLC in the sequel.
But I think he just is in the PC version.
Concentrate, I think, is... I think I know what that is.
It just seems like a pre-attack kind of buff.
What it does is it cancels out your buffs.
Oh.
So he runs up to you, starts cancelling your buffs, and then hits you with a big attack.
Wow.
Yeah, that was fairly substantial. I should be counting his attacks because the way the Vladislaus encounter worked was it did whatever the move was called every 3 attacks. One. Two. Three. Four. Okay, so it's not every 3. Five. Here we go. Okay, I'm now up to dealing triple damage. And about a third of the way through the fight. What I should be doing is trying to get my debuffs on him again. And what I need now is a bit more rapid growth. I bet we're closing in on second sword. Oh, no. Need to get some shit on Atticus. There we go.
Don't sweat it.
Here we go.
Don't back down.
New strategy.
Oh, I've slowed him. I didn't know he could be slowed. Oh, Peerless Blade.
You got a bigger sword?
It's a bigger sword.
Hey! Oh wow, that is a bigger sword.
Yep.
Can he go bigger?
Probably.
Is that really a sword?
Yep.
Thank you.
He's doing something called meditate. I don't like the sound of this. Oh, Jesus. That looked like it could potentially do quite a lot of damage.
Don't sweat it.
New strategy. You asked for it. Keep a cool head.
Come on then.
Good.
New strategy.
I'm having to do so many paradigm shifts to keep up with this. It's excellent. What do I want to be doing? Let's do that. I bet he's got one more sword. And it's going to come out pretty soon.
We'll see soon.
Yeah.
I feel like it probably isn't. That's quite a low amount of HP there.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe we're in luck. Get some more shit on him.
New strategy.
Come on then.
You asked for it.
All my buffs are dropping.
Here we go. Thank you.
I think this is it. Got him. On the first try, no less. And with 5 stars. I will
Nice.
take it. And there's the Genji glove.
You're here to protect the circle of life, aren't you?
It's the circle of life. I don't actually know how that song goes. It's been decades since I heard it. Bye, Titan.
I was watching a video. They sort of talk about how that song has like a really weird, like It makes use of like in between notes.
Huh.
You don't see it in conventional pop music.
Interesting. Anyway, where's the Genji glyph? There it is. Because this game starts with FF10's raised damage cap and goes up from there. Because of course it does. And all that XP only gets Lightning another 300 HP. Because the late game cost of shit is ridiculous. Mind you, it only gets Fang 100 HP and like 5 magic, so... Right. Next task. Sanai's been clamouring to see us fight one of the big things.
Ooh.
So we're going to do that.
I'm gonna be back in a bit.
Okay. I need to dig out a cheat sheet. Where is it? It's that one. Cilia Springs. Does require us to do a little bit of travelling around first. And the first thing, hoppity hop, don't. I don't want this warp. Do I? Oh no, I do. Yes, I'm after a Seath Stone. Little bit of a walk on this one. Hopefully we don't get into any encounters though.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Just went down to grab my Nintendo Switch because it was in my work bag.
You get you and your fancy new technologies.
What?
I can hardly talk. I'm on a stream compatible PC, stream capable PC, with everything
that.
with everything that entails in 2018.
Yeah, the amount that would cost me to set it up would probably be about the same.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
Oh, so this is only a level 2 one. Interesting.
I'm on Octopath Traveler.
It's going to be interesting to see how that game shakes out over the next 5 years.
Octopath Traveler.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll probably. I don't think anyone's going to call it. I don't think it's going to be in at the top of anyone's top 10 in the next 5 years.
You'd be surprised. Bravely has been.
That game is really good though. I think that game, like, once you get like dive deeper into sort of its like battle systems and like job class stuff, it gets really fun. But I don't know about Octopath yet because I've not spent as much less time on that game.
Yeah. I mean, that's usually the cycle for JRPGs. I'm looking forward to the resurrection of Lost Sphere in about 5 years' time. I'm going to play that game.
It's the thing is, these games never get put as like. It'll be like Octopath Traveler will be like the game that some YouTubers will bring up like why does nobody talk about this game anymore? Like it'll be that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Other things that come to mind, like I don't know, Grandia.
Yeah. I suppose
Or...
a lot of it depends on whether they make a sequel for it and how quickly, right?
Yeah, I reckon this will get a sequel or successor.
Yeah.
For sure.
16
Because,
Path Traveler.
Because of the fact that the game sold out its entire shipment.
Yep.
And they had to apologize like twice.
Yep.
So yeah, no, this game.
Has it actually outsold Bravely yet?
I don't know, but I think for my this is admittedly anecdotal impression is that like Octopath kind of seems to have appealed to people that aren't just JRPG fans.
Maybe.
Like of people who are just like playing things on Switch or like because I definitely know people who like aren't even that much gamers and they just have Switches.
Yeah.
And Octopath Traveler seems to be kind of appealing. Maybe because of the extended free demo as well.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can just like start the game.
Right, it's not that one that we want to fight, it's this one. This apparently is rampaging around the Archilt Steppe, which it doesn't really appear to be doing.
What, like... It doesn't feel like there's like a significant group of like JRPGs that seems to be like considered terrible by the fan base. Like, seems to be a fan for everything.
Yep. Except maybe Final Fantasy XIII. And even then, like, there's a dedicated community of like people who are really keen on it.
Yeah. Like, you don't get to like 50,000 Neptunia games without there being some fans.
Unfortunately. Right. Here is an actual use of a summon in this game by me. No, that's the wrong paradigm. Please make the statuses actually stick. Good. This is the version that's heavily status resistant. It's quite annoying. On the other hand, it has less HP and a lower stagger point. The way they work, you can use a summon to take out their legs, like, immediately, which is what I've done. And then, while they are down, they don't do any attacks or anything. And you can stack as much damage on them as you can. Using the summon, and then they stay down for a while afterwards, and you just have to get all the damage in before they get up. They're immune to pretty much every bit of cheese that you can do. Like, I'm pretty sure this instant death can't work on them.
Until next time.
That damage number's up a bit though, good grief. Right, what do I need first? Rapid growth, refresh buffs, because everything's falling off. No, that's the wrong fucking paradigm again, because I swapped those two round.
New strategy.
Please don't start getting up. Is Fang going to do any damage over the cap? Probably not. She didn't have time. You can't launch them. They cannot be launched. Oh, that one drops a Genji glove as well. Cool. That's 2 Genji gloves. Where does that leave us? Fairly soon, I am going to have to pause and spend 1,000,000 CP on my off party. This will actually not take nearly as long as it sounds like it will. So anyway, that's what the big guys are like, and the tier 3 is basically the same. It feels quite different to play, just because the resistances and the stagger point are different, but it looks almost exactly the same. And they give the same rewards. I've killed like 30 of them and still not got any rare drops. But now we must face 2 Raktavidya. One of these by itself went down really easily. 2 will not. And for this I need a chocobo. But if I do this, then we get to see the level 4 adamant tortoises. And indeed, I think also the level 5 will be available, but things that are probably never happening on any console I own, because good grief.
It's quite alarming how quickly, like, a new tier of gear will be available in this game.
In 14.
Yeah, in 12.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, there's a huge amount of gear in the game, and honestly, most of it you don't need to worry about at all. Are you playing on Zodiac?
Yeah. Well, I bought whole new set, and then I like walk like for probably like a few minutes to the next zone, and it's like, oh, there's a whole new set now.
It's pretty variable. God, these multicasts, Jesus!
Plan. Here we go. Stay calm. Let's make this easy.
I'm gonna have to turtle like mad through this fight. It's gonna suck.
Keep the enemy off balance. Eat this. Change of plan. Thank you. Time for another approach.
Just constantly switch back
You'll make it.
into healing paradigms.
Stay calm. Keep the enemy off balance.
No, wrong target, you twat.
Here we go. Thanks. Change of plan.
Oh yay, I cast Pain, which prevents physical attacks on an enemy that literally can only do magic attacks.
Here we go. Thank you. Keep the enemy off balance. Back down. Pathetic. Thanks. Come on then. Here we go. Thank you. Change of plan.
No, wrong target. Again. Where did that slow come from? Fuck.
Keep the enemy off balance. Thanks. Change of plan.
Oh Jesus, that was close.
Thank you. Time for another approach. Change of plan.
How much damage have I done to this one? Christ. Please cast. Thank you. No, you're attacking the wrong one! What the fuck? That one. So hard to get these Nimrods to focus fire.
Keep the enemy off balance. Thanks. Change of plan. Here we go. Let's make this easy. Time for another approach. Keep the enemy off balance. Thank you. Thanks. Time for another approach.
Right, can we now get any statuses on? Yes, good. No, don't do that.
Keep the enemy off balance.
That's the wrong target again! Stop it! Ah!
No hesitation. Time for
Oh god, this is going to be so easy once one of them is dead.
Here we go.
think it's really funny that in this game I can encounter a Quintania and like kill it in like a second.
Yeah, it feels good when that starts happening. That was the wrong thing to do. I'm good at this game.
Good job.
Shush you.
Also, Quintania is an infamous boss in 14.
Yep. And in whichever FF it originates in, I think. Please recast shell. I need that for shelling.
Nah, Quintania is definitely the wall I hit in the Bahamut raid, because that was before they made like normal mode. So it's just all savage tier.
Yikes.
I would like to do it one day though, because it looks like a really, really cool raid tier. And like it has like a high budget like animated cutscene and everything.
Nice.
Because it's related to
Don't back down.
the calamity where Bahamut blows up Eorzea.
Can I do more damage this time at all?
Change of plan. Time for another approach. We can get through this. Change of plan.
Well, so it seems I can get about 400,000 damage done per stagger.
Let's make this easy. Keep the enemy off balance. Thank you. Come on then. Thanks. Time for another approach.
Oh wow, that was a launch and a half.
Keep the enemy off balance. Here we go. You'll make it.
Fuck off. I realise also that this is a completely uninteresting encounter to look at this point.
Thank you.
Oh well.
It's about how I feel.
Change of plan. Come on then. Thanks. Thank you. Time for another approach.
Uh-oh. That feeling when shell drops in a mostly magic battle.
Oops.
Oh no!
I'm so
I didn't realise lightning's health was so low. Let's try that again. Is there anything that would make this easier? Can they be surprised? No. Let's just see what it's like with a Deceptisol. It makes no difference at all. In that case, probably the sol to use is as a buff one.
time for another approach. Let's make this easy. Don't back down. Keep the enemy off balance. Change of plan. Time for another approach. Change of plan. You're nothing. Keep the enemy off balance. Hey, you!
Oops.
Time for another approach.
Oh, God above. Right.
Stay calm. Keep the enemy off balance. Don't sweat it. Here we go. You'll make it. Change of plan. Let's make this easy. Cheers. Just getting started.
Pardon me?
Don't back down.
That didn't need healing for. Let's infiltrate something. Don't attack Rectavager B. Oh, do attack Rectavager B. That's the one I want you to attack.
Change of plan. Keep the enemy off balance. Change of plan. Come on then. Time for another approach. Feeling nervous? Keep the enemy off balance. Thanks.
God, sometimes I don't even see the incoming multicast warnings. I hate it.
Thank you.
Should have some time to play with here to get like shell back up and stuff. Lightning, please get up.
We can get through this. Don't sweat it. Time for another approach. Come on then. Keep the enemy off balance.
How are you just stagger going down so quickly? Oh fuck, I did no damage at all. Well, I sure got down into like 2-digit HP there.
Oh.
And I'm poisoned. I'm dead. That was probably the point at which to use an elixir. Start the cycle over again. Hey Catroy, clutch is indeed the word.
Thanks. Change of plan. Time for another approach. Stay calm. I see you. Keep the enemy off balance.
Right, back on the offensive.
Here we go. Come on then. Time for another approach.
This fight is nearly impossible to read visually as well. Like, there's just so much going on.
The enemy off balance.
And I was in the wrong paradigm there. Lovely. Nope, stay in the healing paradigm. There's no point doing anything.
Change of plan. Here we go. Keep the enemy off balance. Change of plan.
Oh, that was unpleasantly close. Try sister.
Off balance.
Sometimes these multicasts do next to no damage, and other times they do an absolutely enormous amount. Because they can, I think they can multicast any spell.
Here we go. Change of plan. Time for another approach.
Whoa!
No hesitation.
That was indeed very close,
Thanks.
but I called it right. Where does that put me? Okay, that made up for the bad stagger earlier. I don't like this fight. It's very stressful. I liked the last fight. The one that was like one dude. That was cool.
Don't back down. Change of plan. Let's make this easy. Don't sweat it.
Grief.
Keep the enemy off balance.
More healing.
Here we go. Thanks. make it. Come on then.
Yeah, it's going to be so different. Like, the fight where you fight a single one of these guys is nearly trivial.
Come on then. Change of plan.
Need to move quicker than this.
Keep the enemy off balance. Eat this.
Shit. That was the wrong thing to do. No, don't. Hinder the one that fucking staggered. Get it, please. No. I thought so.
Here we go. Don't sweat it. Don't back down. Keep the enemy off balance. Change of plan. Eat this. Better. Better. Thank you. Come on then. Eat this. Time for another approach. Keep the enemy off balance. Hey, you!
Oh, come on. I might have it. I might have the one down. I'm gonna have to heal.
Time for another approach.
Quickly. Kill it! Okay. Hopefully there's no trick in this fight where this fucker will start doing something awful when it's on its own.
Thank you.
I dread to think what the time check on this fight is going to be, though.
Here we go. Don't sweat it. Let's make this easy. Here we go. Change of plan. Cheers. Time for another approach. Change of plan.
Did one of my beautiful, beautiful lesbians stick this thing with slow? Oh, that's amazing. Right, now we'll get you. See how easy that was when you don't have to deal with the fucking other one? That took me 20 minutes. And 100,000, and only worth 100,000 CP. And that's the third Genji glove. Time to unlock a bunch of role levels in roles I'm barely using. Roles I'm not using at all, in fact.
Oh, I'm in the bit of Octopath Traveler where the people are speaking the quotes Old English.
Apparently it is actually like realistic Old English, like that's how it would have been.
I hear it mixes up the tense a lot.
Possibly. How do I get down? There we go. Now, to a save point, so I don't have to do that ever again.
I've mostly heard complaints about it, whether it's accurate or not.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I have to slow down to read it.
Well, apparently it's also just really annoying.
It's,
From screenshots, it looks like they lean into it pretty hard, which I can imagine being kind of hard to follow.
It's a little, verbose.
One of my A-level English classes had a poster that was the Canterbury... It's the opening page of the Canterbury Tales, side by side, the English and the actual English it was written in, the Old English.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a distinct difference, shall we say. Actually, before I do anything else, I have to spend all this CP. Let's get snow off the screen as quickly as possible. What does that actually leave me to do? I've still got to kill Gigantor. Why do I not have a pen on this desk? Titan Trials, done. I've done that one. I've now done all of those. And that one. Right. I've got 3 quests total left to do. And I have to decide whether I'm going to stay awake long enough now to do them. I've got about an hour before I absolutely have to stop. I think what I'll do is I'll go and pick up the Gigantor hunt and see if I can do it. I do have some fully upgraded ribbons to help with the status effects. Because I can already see that the next level toys aren't spawning. Those are the same as they were before. Stone is that. Yeah. Flipping cactuar. No, god damn it. This cactuar really wants me to find some treasure. But I am not interested. Equipment, right. Fun as the Genji glove is, I won't need it for this. What will lightning need if I do this strat? Honestly, just strength stuff. Because she shouldn't ever be hit by anything. Meanwhile, you need a ribbon and is it pain dampener? Ribbon. White cape, that's right. Paradigms, customize. And this time my attacking paradigms are basically Com, Sen, Med, and Rav, Sen, Med. For when you kind of can't be asked doing, like, strategy stuff.
Don't sweat it. Thanks.
That's a big one.
That is a big one. It has just over 1 million HP.
This is, well, I know this doesn't seem big compared to the last some of the other things you fought.
I want... It's certainly not a lot of HP compared to things I've fought previously. So, apparently this thing can't be taunted. Or maybe that was just countering. I literally don't understand how I'm supposed to do anything into this.
No.
There's like in Octopath Traveler, there just seems to be like canned dialogue. You know, they'll just like a phrase when like they're talking. You know what I mean? Like they in RPGs, where there's just like a canned phrase instead of what they're actually saying.
Keep a cool head.
And it just seems to remind me of like walking past people in Oblivion.
Thanks.
Just the same like 3 or 4 canned phrases.
New strategy. Keep a cool head. Come on then. You asked for it.
Oh, fuck off.
Thank you.
Don't do it.
Well, I'm gonna be off.
Okay,
So-
good night.
Have fun.
I'll do my best.
Bye.
Good night.
Thanks.
Oh, Jesus.
New strategy. Cheers.
How do Cactuar enemies relate to the Fal'Cie? Is Cactuar a Fal'Cie? I missed that memo. Oh, Jesus. What's this here?
Thanks.
Oh, knock it off.
Keep a cool head.
Oh, is that where that is?
New strategy.
Lightning, if you attacked its ankle, you'd be doing a lot more damage. Half her hits every time are whiffing.
Thanks.
It was pain. Sorry.
New strategy. Keep it together.
Oh, fuck off.
No.
This fight is stupid. I'll give it one more go. Problem is it's so random that there's basically nothing to learn from it.
You looking at me? You looking at me?
to be more careful about when I'm switching paradigms.
Keep a cool head. New strategy. Keep a cool head.
God, the hitbox on this thing is really annoying too. Right, I'm almost past halfway. Don't hit me again. Thank you.
This'll be fun.
Fucks up everything when lightning gets hit. I don't know why that happens sometimes.
Thanks.
Fang, what are you doing? Fang's in sentinel mode and she's running off to attack the friggin' cactuar.
New strategy.
Oh, fuck off. Right. Okay, can't do it. That will do for today. I must make sure I get an early night so that I'm capable of travelling tomorrow. Thank you for the company all, and I will return. I hope to be streaming again on Saturday, but maybe Sunday of next week. Farewell in the meantime.